before, so
Oh,
he's trying to figure out exactly when I go live when I do this. Definitely live now, but I'm going to look back at this later and see when the exact moment is. So
later and see.
and yeah, all right. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the regular Thursday night live episode. Or I guess if your name is Madeline Harding on the chat, it's not Thursday Night Live. It's probably Friday midday, right, Madeline? So
There's, there's
I'm
Matt.
echo I'm echoing in you, I think.
Oh yeah, I was just bringing up my phone chat. I think I turned it off
Oh, okay.
so I could follow the chat on my phone.
Yeah. Did you see it on Facebook?
Let me check that one.
Yeah. Anyway, as you guys know, on my personal Facebook, not the Ezine Facebook. As you guys know, I do this every Thursday, and once in a while I have a guest with me, and tonight it's Alan. So, yeah,
Glad to
welcome
be here.
everyone. Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, it's a, got I have teacher hours, but I'm usually up this late anyways.
Well, last Thursday you and I were going to do it, and then I had a storm hit here like 20 minutes before, and
Storm in Texas.
yeah, well the power came back on real quickly, but the internet didn't come back on until like the middle of the night. So yeah, so who do we got here? Marianne, Brian, Suzanne, Madeline, Kim. Those are just the people who've said something. Uh, what was I gonna say? Oh, Marianne, I received your email. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind on email, but I'll reply to that the next day or so. So very, I liked the subject matter. Marianne wrote me a science email.
Oh,
So so yeah. Anyway, how's your week going, Alan?
very good. One more day of school, but next week I have jury duty. So
Wow,
yeah,
all week.
well, potentially.
A
So
lot of those times, jury duty, you mill around and wait, and then they send you home.
I'm kind of hoping that's what happens. Yeah,
Uh,
after I've already, get off
yeah,
from work and then get some sent home before lunch. That would be the
that'd be
upside to it.
great.
Yeah,
What do you know what the trial's about?
it's just local court, magistrate court. The last time I was called for jury duty was 20 years ago, and it was for a quadruple homicide in our
Oh,
county.
wow.
Yeah, they called hundreds of people, and I went through like 2 days of waited 2 days to get 20 minutes of questioning, and I didn't get picked for the jury, thank goodness.
Kim says every time I've gotten the jury selection letter, the trial got canceled the night before. Yeah, as I'm sure you probably know, Kim, um, they'll often reach a settlement at the last minute because the defendant is like, no, he kind of he he has the deer in the headlights look, and he's playing chicken with the prosecutor, and he swerves off the road and decides to do a deal. Therefore, no trial. So yeah, I learned a lot when my wife was an attorney.
What kind
So
of what kind of law did she practice, or
she was a prosecutor.
oh,
She was a
okay.
criminal attorney. Yeah. Uh, we would often get calls in the middle of the night from cops who were on duty and wanted to know the legal thing. Can I do this? Can I do that? To Danielle. And she had a really great reputation with them, so she was the one that they wanted to call. So, yeah, lots of calls in the middle of the night from police,
Oh man.
and it was nothing I did. Okay, so how's everybody doing? Did you see me on Facebook, Alan?
Yes. Was that?
Okay,
Yeah,
good, good. Uh, well, this last last Sunday, this past Sunday, was a hell of a fun episode.
that was a great episode.
Yeah, Ellen Datlow, Nathan Ballingrud, uh, Gemma Files, Jeff Ford, and of course you guys, the panelists. And then this Sunday, I've got Soren Narnia, the knife point horror guy, and JD Buffington. So uh, he he uh, he sent me an email after he saw the YouTube thumbnail, and he said, "Hey, I'm going to be on with Soren Narnia." I'm like, "Yep." He's like, "Man, I'm such a huge fan of that guy." So yeah, he's got a movie coming out.
Oh yeah. What's the movie?
It is. It is. Let me tell you in a second here because I linked to it in the thumbnail. By the way, JD's book is called In the House of In Between. You guys should definitely check that out. Um, and the Knife Point Horror movie. Here's the headline from Deadline. Headline from Deadline. Carla Gugino, Gugino.
Yeah, that's go with that.
Okay. To star opposite Lou Taylor Pusey in Winthrop film based on cult podcast Knife Point Horror.
Oh, is it
Said,
taking is it taking a previous episode or are they doing? I guess we'll find that out.
uh, apparently it is.
Okay.
Set to enter production in Vancouver this summer, the film is about a woman who puts her life on the line to protect her troubled, enigmatic cousin Winthrop, who has been targeted and hunted by a powerful supernatural force. So when I saw that a little while back, I emailed Soren and I said, "Hey, congratulations, man. You want to come on the show and talk about it?" He goes, "Well, I always want to come on the show, but I'm staying clear of it. I know almost nothing." So I think I don't want to speak for him, but he's probably taking his check and ignoring the rest. He's not really a drama type guy. He's a very nice guy.
Okay.
So, so yeah, if you guys haven't listened to Knife Point Horror, wow, you should. It's an amazing podcast. The first one I ever heard was The Staircase. Remember that one?
I don't. What was that one?
That's the one where the guy starts hearing noises in the middle of the night. Um, and he's recently divorced, if I remember correctly. And just the something that could have been such an ordinary horror story is elevated by his prose and the way that he tells the story. And there's no, I mean, he's got other episodes that do have some bells and whistles, but my favorite episodes of his, and there are many of these, are those episodes where it's just Soren reading he's basically telling a story to the audience, to whoever's listening, and he'll start off with something like, "My name is Mike Davis. Several years ago, you know," and so on. It sucks you right in.
A great
So
example of quiet horror.
yeah, he really is. And I actually told him that one time when he was on the podcast, and I also said that, in my view anyway, it was weird fiction. And he's like, yeah, he said a couple really interesting things. He said it's like, I'm paraphrasing, it's been like 4 or 5 years since that episode, but he's like, it's like that that you want that feeling of horror when it's kind of like when you've been going out jogging or you've gone for a walk or something, and then you uh, head back to your car or whatnot, where you've got an ice chest full of ice with a couple of Cokes in it, and he says you drink that Coke and it hits the back of your throat,
Oh yeah.
and that is it's just that's all you think about. It's just that pure feeling, and I just really mangled that what he said, but yeah,
No,
okay, he said
I think that makes sense.
yeah. Huh. No, I don't see me on Facebook, but I didn't really. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really. I decided that at the last minute, and I must have not done something right.
Okay.
So, so yeah. How's everybody doing? Everyone watching live? Hey, and if you're watching later, just comment below.
Comments
So
help.
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Comments help.
Yeah. Well, they're um, very encouraging to me. So, um, so yeah, that's this Sunday, and a huge supporter of mine, huge financial supporter and Patreon and friend, sent me a text today, and he said, "Just finished The Home by Judith Sonnet. It's a book. I was expecting a haunted house tale, which is a favorite subgenre for me, and I'm not going to read the rest. A little bit of a spoiler, but he's uh he's pretty discerning. If he recommends a book, I haven't even heard of this author, but I'm
Oh,
going to check this book out.
okay.
Yep, called The Home by Judith Sonnet, Sonnet. So
Is it a new release or something older?
it looks like it came out in January of
Oh,
this year.
okay.
So, hey Felix, um, Madeline says Friday night is movie night. Watching together. Has anyone seen it yet? Hey Frank,
Oh, I've been considering thinking about that one, but it's
what is
body horror.
it's what?
It's body horror.
Oh,
So,
never mind.
well, or it's a
Never mind for me. I'm sure it could be very good.
or it's a metaphor for like codependent relationships, but
Hmm.
uh, a husband and wife become a little too attached to each other.
They start eating each other.
No, like fusing together.
Oh God. Oh no. Yeah, no. There's a new, I think it's a year or two old, but there's a new movie on Hulu called Little Bites.
Yes, yes, I've seen. I've not watched it, but I've looked at it on the feed a little bit, and it's
Yeah, that's uh I watched it. It's actually really good.
okay.
And you might be surprised because there is an element of body horror, but no, it's really, really good. And
And
yeah,
it's got Barbara Crampton and Heather Langenkamp in it, so
yeah.
some horror icons.
So there you go. In one part of the movie, the mom says to her daughter something like, "Remember when I told you monsters aren't real? Um, Actually, they are, and there's one in the basement." So this is not much of a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but basically this demon is forcing this mom. He's just eating her slowly. Like he'll actually ring a dinner bell and she has to go down there and like offer her arm or her leg or whatever
Oh God.
that that yeah he wants, and then he just slowly starts feasting on her. And again, that's one of those things that could have been done so badly, but I thought it was pretty good.
I watched two movies this week. Uh,
Yeah.
I saw Weapons over the weekend. Have you heard about that one?
No.
It's
What's that?
Zach Krieger. It's the director who made Barbarians 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, love that movie.
It's
Barbarian?
yeah,
Barbarian or Barbarians?
I think it's Barbarians. The about the house.
Yeah, Barbarian. Yeah.
Okay, Barbarian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go on.
yeah, I saw Weapons. It's the one where the kids disappear. All the kids from an elementary school class, disappear at 2:17 in the morning,
Okay.
and the parents want obviously that they want answers. They blame the teacher. Uh,
Always gotta blame the teacher, don't they?
well,
Oh,
I mean, all but
I mean,
one
that's
child.
valid. I know. I'm
Yeah,
just
all
kidding.
but one child, and it. Uh, so Kim. She was wondering about it. It's
Yeah.
it's going to stick with me for a while, but it was a bit of a letdown.
Oh, was it?
I don't know. There's just some confusing ideas in it. I mean, it's called Weapons. There's some weird gun imagery. Is it a is he making a comment on school shootings? If it does, the the ending, the resolution doesn't seem to back that up. I mean,
Okay.
uh, and the story's told out of order. You see different characters' perspectives on it. You see scenes in different order based on how different characters experience things.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's interesting, and that's kind of there's an art to that. But I kind of think if they told the story in chronological order, there wouldn't be much to it.
Well, sounds like it's something that some people may enjoy. Doesn't sound like I would. Um,
Yeah, and it's pretty well acclaimed, and a lot of people like it. But and I mean, again, watch it.
it's subjective, right?
Yeah, it's going to be divisive. And I think Barbarian was too.
Mike DeBronzo pointed out that Wolfen is on Tubi now.
Okay,
I believe it was Tubi. So I've been meaning to watch that. I've read the book a couple times, as you know.
I've seen the movie. I've never read the book.
You never read the book? I thought you
Uh,
had it on audio.
no, not Wolf. No, uh, no, I don't have that book.
Oh, I said something the other night to you about Wolfen, and I quoted the book in a free Patreon post, and you
Yes,
said you might put it on when you went to bed that
I
night.
meant
So,
I meant the movie.
oh, you meant the movie. Okay.
Yeah,
What do you think of the movie then?
I like it. It's there was. I guess it's probably one of the what's its competition for great '80s werewolf movies. And it doesn't even necessarily say it's werewolves, so that's something
Yeah.
in its favor. Uh,
Well, the book is really well written. The way that um, he describes, the almost the superpowers of the smelling ability of these creatures and just things like that. It's really, really good. The relationship between I have seen like just the first few minutes of Wolfen. I don't remember when, maybe like the first 20 minutes, and the relationship between the detective and the lady protagonist is quite different in the book. They're both cops, they're partners. So
Uh, yeah, I've read a few Whitley Strieber books. Uh, I did read Majestic a couple weeks ago. You mentioned it was on sale on Kindle, and I picked it up then.
that's my favorite Strieber book. Did you like it?
I liked it a lot. I
Yeah.
kind of knew the main character that he based on, or the old man character. I'm pretty familiar with the history of um, the guy that it was based on. I think he based it on James Angleton,
Mm.
who was a director, who was a counterintelligence agent for the CIA. And
Oh, the guy he interviews
yes,
in, oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah, that was based on. I think that was based on James Angleton, uh, who was a real life. He was also that character. James Angleton was the subject of the Matt Damon movie about the CIA. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm blanking on the name of it,
Well,
but
Strieber, he's into all that UFO stuff, but this is basically a fictional account of the Roswell incident and,
yeah,
meetings with the president and the meetings with, it's just so well done, especially when well, many places in the book, but there's this, I remember this one scene where the, um, the military guys, there's like three of them, they go to the rancher's house who found the debris, and it's just way, way, way out there in the middle of nowhere. And they hear this eerie, eerie cry um, at night. And he just really described just how utterly isolated the place was. And he thinks as he leaves that something like he was glad to be gone, but tonight and every night that family's going to have to live with that cry. You know, it's just very well done.
yeah, I enjoyed it, and it's you know even think of it as a X-Files prequel.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
very true.
that definitely could fit in with because it came out before. It came out in the probably before the X-Files, right?
I can't remember when it came out.
Okay.
But you don't have to be a UFO enthusiast to read the book. In fact, I would argue it really doesn't even matter. It's just a very absorbing, um, creepy story in so many ways. So,
I listen to Strieber's Dreamland podcast occasionally. He uh he feels something's going to happen this year.
yeah, well,
There's a lot of talk.
he
So,
thought the same thing of 2012. So,
yeah,
yeah, uh,
keep waiting.
I he's a really, really good writer, but I also think he's pretty nuts. You know, I don't I don't mean that in a I guess that's probably no nice way to say that, but yeah, he's I don't know. Yeah, but he's a damn good writer,
Is
one of the better ones. Um, I wish that his book Majestic was on Audible. That would be a great listen if it had the right narrator. So, but but The Wolfen is that's on Audible.
I need to get that then.
Yeah, it's good, very good.
Okay.
Um, let's see here. Oh, yeah, I told folks on Tuesday night, but guys, remember that Jeff Thomas has a new book out called The Idol, and please definitely pick that up. You guys know how talented Jeff is. and I think he, really deserves our support too. So, and this is a book that he's really trying to push and promote. So, I'll try to remember to talk about that on Sunday briefly. Can you hear my air conditioner?
I cannot.
Okay.
Okay. Is
Sometimes
this
it gets really noisy, and sometimes I don't know.
okay? The Idol is not. It's not a Punktown story. Is it part of his Unknown Country series?
Yeah, the Unnamed Country,
Unnamed Country.
yeah, series. It is.
Okay.
I believe I've only just started it,
Okay.
but yeah. So, uh, and then another recommendation for those who have maybe have missed me talking about it before, but Nightfall, the audio drama Nightfall, is absolutely fantastic. It was a Canadian audio drama, and yeah, gosh, I don't even know what else to say except that it's fantastic. We talked about it for a second last Sunday, if you remember, because Gemma Files, her mom was in, I believe, several episodes, and she said, "Yeah, you should check out Love and the Lonely One, the episode Love and the Lonely One. If you want to hear one of the scariest, I mean scariest, audio dramas that you'll ever hear." Um, and ambiance is everything too. You got to listen to it at night, and you know, not daytime when you're on your way to work or something. But it's from Nightfall, and it's called The Porch Light, and it's just incredible and draws you in. And of course, this is in the 80s. There are no cell phones. Happens in the middle of a uh, huge Canadian winter storm. This man and woman, this couple live in this not too isolated, but somewhat isolated house out in the country. And I will stop there because it's now, you guys, if you listen to that, then be sure to comment below and tell me what you thought after you've had a chance to listen to it. So, and the almost every other Nightfall episode is really, really good too. So it's free. It's on the internet. It's great. You can't beat that. I mean, can't beat all that.
What's the
It's not,
easiest place to see that's on? It's on the Internet Archive.
yeah,
Somebody
which
put it on. Somebody put it on YouTube.
they probably did. I think a lot of the Internet Archive, but I wish they would update
Oh, the
uh,
interfaces.
their interface. I mean, don't get me wrong, they provide a um, invaluable service. But where was I listening to it? I'm looking right now. Oh, another really good one is called Homerville. It's about this all-night trucker, and on the oh man, it's creepy. On his CB, he keeps hearing about this place called Homerville, this town. Um, yeah, I was listening to The Road Ends at the Sea. It is on YouTube, so maybe that's the easiest thing for everyone. But just make sure you get a list of all of them so that you don't miss any on YouTube. I never know if those lists are complete, so let's see. Yeah, myclassicradio.net has some of them, but hey, forget I said that. It only has 6 of them. Anyway, I'm sure you guys can Google it. And Internet Archive, I don't, I like them. I don't like their interface, but you can always just download the MP3 to your device. Usually that's the easiest thing to do so that you can pause it whenever you want and all that stuff. So yeah, welcome to Homerville, I believe it's called, and the other one is The Porch Light. Those are two extremely creepy audio dramas. What's it called again? Nightfall. It always starts off with good evening. Tonight's play is so
That rem the name of it reminded me of a of one I've listened to, a audio drama. Did you ever listen to Welcome to Night Vale?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. First I thought that was a good one.
yeah. I think I heard some of it a long time ago.
Yeah. It had some kind of an Art Bell feel to it, set in the desert.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see here. And talked about the rodents at the sea. There's a new Lake Mungo, I guess, DVD coming. Or well, let me just read the article. If it ever pulls up. Umbrella Entertainment on Facebook. We are thrilled to announce Lake Mungo Revisited, a retrospective documentary that combines new cast and crew interviews with unearthed behind the scenes tapes and expert opinions from Mike Flanagan, David Dastmalchian, Neil Marshall, and more. So I was excited about this. So uh, Paul Tremblay and I and Nadia Wolkin are huge fans of Lake Mungo.
Yeah, that's
So I emailed Paul. He's like, yeah, I'm really excited about it too. I'm one of the talking heads on it. So
oh wow.
I'm like, all right, man, congrats. So so yeah, I don't think they have a release date yet, but if you are a Lake Mungo nerd like Paul and I are, then keep an eye out for that. So
It's I mean it's such a great movie. It doesn't give you any answers really, but the
right,
feeling it leaves you with. I
right.
mean, you know something's happened and
Well, and
I mean it can't not be supernatural, but you still don't know. That doesn't get you any closer.
yeah, it's let me find it on the Lovecraft using blog. I wrote something about it a while back when I did this. Yeah, we did it 3 years ago. Paul, Nadia, and I did a Patreon episode about Lake Mungo. Um, so here's a quote from Alice. She says, and that just sets the tone. It's such a creepy sentence. I feel like something bad is going to happen to me. I feel like something bad has happened. It hasn't reached me yet, but it's on its way. And yeah, just so well done. If you're a Patreon, just go to the Lovecraft using Patreon and type in Lake Mungo in the search. So, anyone listening or reading The End of the World, Stephen King's, well, he didn't edit it, but an anthology set in the world of The Stand.
Selling like crazy.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, Christopher Golden must be really happy.
Paul's Tremblay's in it too, isn't he?
I haven't really looked at it yet,
Okay.
partly because Blasphemy coming. I not a huge fan of The Stand.
It was the very first Stephen King book I read. And
Yeah,
it probably wasn't the brightest of the, but I haven't read it since, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, there's so many other Stephen King books that I think are amazing. So that one just isn't my cup of tea. Um, yeah, Kim's talking about her annual listen of Salem's Lot. Um,
which one?
absolutely. Kim Smeltzer.
Yeah, which listen the
Oh,
annual.
I'm assuming Kim's talking about the straight up narration, which
Okay,
is really good on Audible, but there is also an audio drama of
the BBC
yeah,
version.
the BBC audio drama of Salem's Lot,
Uh,
which is really creepy.
that's good.
Yeah, yeah, it really is. Yeah, Kim said that The End of the World has an introduction from Stephen King.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I suppose I should. I'm probably not going to read it because I'm not a huge fan of The Stand, but I'm down there for the Duma Key anthology.
Oh yes,
I'm down with that one. So
there is an Audible version of The End of the World as we know it.
this book we're talking about,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, it's on Audible.
yeah. So
Also, print, Kindle, um, from a Buick 8. I'd love and that fact that would really lend itself to some sort of anthology, don't you think?
I think that would be a good one.
Because there are so many untold stories through the years in that you can imagine in from a Buick 8. So anyway,
I think you could do a Salem's Lot anthology.
yeah,
Okay.
that would be really, really popular too.
I know. Just get the character at different points. You could do what happened afterwards, or even just, just take the town, do different things with it. Maybe even stories set during the vampire attack, different people in the town.
I did like the what was it, early 90s TV series of The Stand. I enjoyed that.
That's yeah, Gary Sinise,
Right.
and yeah, that was a great flag. Jamie Sheridan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That was a good one.
good
Um,
cast on it. I did not see the most recent one.
I tried and failed.
Yeah,
Think I got 20 minutes in.
and
Well, here's my question about The Stand and about uh fiction like it. Okay, not where the world's blown up, you know, all the nuclear weapons have detonated and most of life on Earth has ended, and the lucky ones are the ones who got caught in the nuclear blast because after that it's way worse. But okay, so these survivors of The Stand, and what happens uh from that TV series, some of the things that hit me are, when people are alone or just with one other person and they're driving down the highway headed somewhere and there's just nobody around, um, in the cities, whatever. Um, and my question to you and to the audience, okay, this is a fiction question. I'm not advocating for the world to end by any means. But if the world ended in that way and you were one of those very, very, very few survivors, would you mind all that much? And of course you would mind all the people dying. That's tragic. But I'm just talking about the way that your life would change. And, suddenly there are a hell of a lot of negative aspects, but there are some positive ones too for the people who remain, you know. Um, you never have to worry about starving. There's going to be canned food in
Well,
every store in America forever.
yeah, if you want. Yeah, we'll find out just how long processed food lasts.
Very true. Yeah, that's true.
But and uh would I want to be it would be radically different. We all the pressures of modern society, which would just be gone instantly.
Right. That's what I'm talking about more than anything.
Schedules, schedules, appointments, deadlines. It would be, this would be, we would find out if hunter-gatherers had anxiety and depression problems. People say
Yeah.
people say they didn't because they had a different kind of stress than we do, and that's what our brains are built to handle you know, is not the
Yeah.
constant low level stress that we have today. It's
Right.
uh so
Chaz, absolutely. I would not want to live if my family were gone. So I'm not including that. Kim's got, well, first of all, is this sarcasm? As an introvert, my life would change incredibly. Um, and then Kim says, figure out the electricity, make sure the water keeps running, grab every DVD and book and all the toilet paper I can find, and settle in. Um, yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. And when lockdown happened, that was so horrible, and so many people's lives changed, and so many people died. But to this point only, my life barely changed at all, working from home and so forth. Certainly not glad that it happened. I'm just saying my life didn't really change. Um,
such a
but not everyone's like that, you know. Yeah, Chaz says he got more writing done. Yep, exactly. Darren says, does anyone like Swan Song by McCammon better than The Stand? Haven't read that one either. You read it,
I've
Alan?
I've read They Thirst by McCammon, and I thought that had some stand like elements in it.
Yeah,
I mean, it went very apocalyptic at the end, and you had the small group of people who went on a Dante-like journey to
yeah.
to stop it.
Uh, I've not read it. The only I've read Blue World several times, which is a collection by Robert McCammon that is fantastic from the 80s. Um, and of course, I'm always talking about Boy's Life, but and how fantastic that book is. I think it's definitely one of the top 10 books I've ever read in my life.
Okay.
Swan Song, I've tried to read it and I couldn't get into it. So, so I don't know. I don't know. Um, I talked about Lake Mungo and so, well, on the same topic, here's a deep question for you. In your opinion, are humans going to make it? Are they going to survive past, say, well, let's pick a number, 200 years from now, 500 years from now?
For me, the real question is if can we get past the next 50?
Yeah,
Uh, part of me is optimistic in the way that if we can make it past, you know, past some of the current pressures, the environmental challenges, our inability to deal with this new information overload that, has only happened in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Can we get past this point? Maybe I just can't see that. Maybe there's even worse things coming, but I don't know.
Madeline just wrote something that I was thinking, yes, but in smaller pockets of civilization.
Ooh,
Yeah, so I mean, barring nuclear war, which is always, you know, is always out there, speaking of stress. But, are humans going to make it environmental? Well, it would be really terrible. I mean, look at all the cities that are going to flood on the coasts. Miami, New York City, and all of those if it's not arrested. But what about all the people living in Montana? They don't have as much of a issue. So there will be survivors. It things will change drastically, that's for sure, or
the op
can.
the optimistic part of me, I mean, I guess at heart I'm a progressive in the sense that, in the long view of history, we've shown progression. Yeah, there's dips and there's setbacks, but we have, I mean, socially, culturally, and technologically, in the last, there's 10,000 years of progress.
Yeah,
Uh, so, and at previous points in history, people said the same thing. It's over.
yeah.
And humans came back. Uh,
I don't necessarily think that it is over. It's just a question that I ponder
yeah.
quite a bit.
And,
Um,
again, also the optimistic side of me says that we're really bad. I mean, I'm going to say the climate crisis is real, but we're also really bad at solving the problems of the future.
yeah, we're very bad at that.
You
Humans are
know,
very good at slamming the door after the horse has been stolen.
yeah.
Locking the barn doors after the horse has been stolen.
Uh, we just have to hope that our grandchildren, our descendants, can solve the problems that we've created for them the way that we had to solve the problems that our ancestors created for us.
Yeah. Um, and of course, agriculture has given so much, but it's also taken so much as far as other societies, hunting and gathering. And it's exploded the population of Earth, the human population of Earth. Um, there's a really good book, won the Pulitzer Prize, that I have and read a while ago, called Guns, Germs, and Steel.
Yeah. Got
Um,
that.
I am blanking on the writer.
Jared Diamond.
Yes, Jared
Yeah.
Diamond. And he talks about that.
Have you read his follow-up, Collapse?
No,
That's
what's that about?
it's
Collapse of.
Collapse, yeah. But he takes the case of Easter Island,
Hmm,
and because that, and he kind of claims that it makes the case that after humans settled there, they kind of they stopped being seafaring, and so it became a closed system. He uses that as an example of a closed system. People can argue about that, and for that little small island, they became overpopulated. They stripped the trees away, and it caused agricultural problems. And what was once a thriving island civilization that built those great monuments ended up almost extinct.
right, and that's
And the parallel he's making is to, yeah,
right. It's a microcosm of Earth.
right.
Yeah, and the solution is not we're going to colonize Mars or Titan or so. That's just maybe that'll happen in 1,000 years, but not the solution here.
No.
You know, as much as I would love that kind of thing, it's just not going to happen. It's not realistic.
And you know what they're saying, we're going to go there in the next 10 years.
To Mars,
Yeah, that's
and
the
we might go there. I'm not sure what we'll accomplish.
they will die.
Yeah,
I mean, they'll come back dying. If they come back, they'll, I don't know,
yeah. Um,
the cosmic the radiation. I mean, unless they're collecting a lot of data from Mars rover about how to protect people on Mars.
well, it's nice to hear your optimistic viewpoint. I think that humans are also very good at they're terrible at taking the long view.
Oh
They
yeah.
look at they look at the past couple of decades at most, and instead of the last few hundred, few thousand years, and that's why humanity makes mistakes over and over again. I have a lot of respect and faith for humans in specifically, like certain humans, like you, like um, people that I know are great people. That said, so I'm not being a cynic when I say that I don't have faith in humans. Humans in general, I have almost zero faith in. I'm not sure that they can
Oh yeah.
solve the problems that they need to solve. They wait till the last minute or they wait till it's too late. Um, I don't want to get political, but geez, they couldn't work together and our government could have prevented 9/11. I mean, it wasn't out of the realm of possibility. I
Mhm.
mean, shit, they even did a TV show about it a year or two before that. The Lone Gunman, remember that? Spinoff of the X-Files.
Yeah.
They had a radio controlled jet that they just barely averted flying into the Twin Towers. So, yeah.
What was the yeah.
And then after it happens, then they race to solve the problem that's already happened. My point is that's a really good example of how humans in general as a species react, you know.
And yet we've thrived
Yeah,
to this point.
yeah.
Uh,
In general, we've thrived. I
yeah.
would I would argue Native Americans would disagree,
No, yeah.
you know.
I'm just
For those for
the
those
human
guys,
species.
right, human species.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. No, good point.
And
Um, so I don't
yeah,
know.
there's some that would argue, some real troglodytes that would argue that our brutality towards each other is a feature, not a flaw in us. Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Well, racism, and I am certainly no expert, I don't even know, do I even have to say the words of how horribly, horribly wrong it is? But it comes from that fear of the other, tribal civilizations had good reason to fear someone who wasn't in their tribe. You know, they may be coming to steal your resources, uh, a million other things. So survival of natural selection ensured that those who distrusted people outside their tribe, their group, were the ones who survived. The trusting people got killed.
yeah,
So that's where racism comes from. But now we're supposed to have evolved enough to realize, okay, I get it. That's where it came from. This is not valid anymore. That's not an excuse. We're living in a different age. So get past your evolutionary programming, you know? So anyway, geez, it's been an hour. I didn't know I was going to talk about any of this.
No. Uh, have you watched Alien Earth? Change the subject.
No, I'm going to wait till all the episodes are out. Is it
This
good?
this most recent episode was amazing. The one that came out this week. Some people
Wow.
are saying that this episode is the best Alien movie in 39 years.
Oh, wow.
It
Well, I guess I'm going to have to watch it.
without saying too much, and I'm glad they told it out of order. The first episode begins with a ship crashing on Earth.
Okay.
I think that's established in the setup. No spoilers there. A ship crashing on Earth, and it's got several aliens, not just the xenomorph, but a couple of others, get
Okay.
loose. And we just see the fallout from that for several episodes. It introduces some characters. Here in the most recent episode, they go back and explain what happened on that ship. And it's daring in a way because it's very similar to the 1970s original movie.
Original movie?
I mean, the Alien. It's very
Oh,
similar.
Alien.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in a way people
Well,
might be they might be accused of copying that movie. There's lots of call outs to it and references,
well,
but
Noah Hawley is really good at what he does, and he knows that that movie works, and he's getting inspiration from it, I'm sure.
yeah, and but doing his own thing with it, and it it uh it almost is shows you like how worse it would be if you had people even less capable than Dallas and Parker and Ripley. This
Yeah.
this crew is just not prepared for what is happening to them.
Doesn't this happen 2 years before the events in Alien?
Yes. And I
So
thought that would break it.
yeah,
That would break the war, but you got to remember, like Ash was on Ash, this, you know, obviously I'm spoiling a almost 50-year-old movie here.
that's okay.
Okay. Ash, the synthetic played by Ian Holm, he knew. I mean, I mean, that's what they revealed, right? He was leading them to that.
Oh, that's right.
So how
Yeah,
did
there was prior now. Yeah.
yeah. So I guess that's what's being established.
Well, I wasn't sure if I was going to watch it, but now I am, based on your
Yeah.
recommendation just now.
And if you don't like it, the first few episodes, at least get up to this episode, the fourth episode.
Fourth episode. How many
Yeah.
total is it going to be? 8?
I think it's just gonna be 8. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I probably still will wait until all of the episodes are out, and then I can just binge it. So, um, Gaiman calls it one of his greatest influence. Neil,
Talking about,
talking about Neil Gaiman, Chaz? I must have missed something.
are they referring to yeah, the new Sun, the book of the new Sun by the Gene
Huh.
Wolfe series. That's a post-apocalyptic.
Okay. There is, and I'll um, end this in just a second here, but there's a genre that does really appeal to me where, uh, and we've seen it many times, but I'm always looking for a really good, um, I don't know, version of it where someone is in a post-apocalyptic world and either it just happened and they're trying to figure it out, or it's a couple hundred years later and they're trying, and it's just basically what I'm trying to say is when it's just like one person, he thinks he's alone on Earth, for a while. There's a really good short story by think it's Clifford D. Seemack, called A Pail of Air. That's similar to that. It talks about a rogue planet coming through the solar system and wrenching the Earth away from the sun. And this family survived. And it's a very, very good too. It's a if you want to listen to it for free, guys, it's a very, very good X minus one, the old time radio show, X minus one episode. Google X minus one and a pail of air. And it's a good 20-25 minute listen. So, so yeah. All right. Well, thanks for doing this with me, man.
Okay, I enjoyed it. Didn't even get
Yeah.
there.
Huh?
Got some other. I had some post-it notes stuck to my computer. I'll save it for Sunday.
Yeah, I've got a lot of notes here that I didn't get to either. I was going to talk about Viktor Frankl's quote about success
Okay,
that I recently reread. But there's always next time.
that's right.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching and listening. And thanks especially to those of you who are patrons, like Alan. So, yeah, I know I owe several people emails, including Alan, an email back, and I'll get to
No,
those hopefully this weekend. So, thanks everybody. Thank you, Alan.
thank
See you
you.
next